Hey everybody, it's Dennis Wood from Cinevate here for a little tutorial on our small camera grip, and I guess you could call it a grip bits kind of tutorial. We're going to sneak peek the Cyclops here. You're going to get a chance to see that. But the reason we're shooting this little video is to give you some instructions on how to effectively use a simple device that can make a big difference if you're shooting with a small camera. So this is the Cinevate small camera grip. It's very similar to our other grips. You'll recognize the grip with our urethane ball system, and you'll note that the grips all have 1/4-20 mounts on the bottom, and I'm going to show you how handy those can be as we play around with the grip. A lot of people are using the 5D and the 7D. Basically, here's the grip, and why would you use it? Well, if you're shooting video with a camera like this, this is the Nikon Coolpix S8000 with no card in it. But to shoot a movie with this, you're basically going to be holding it in some way that's probably not very comfortable. It's going to be very difficult to walk with it and to be smooth. So what we do is we just take one of our grips, and the quick start guide tells you to start. You see this little wheel here, this turns up and down, and you'll also see a little brass piece underneath, which is normally tightened on there. So what we like you to do is start with about 3 threads showing, and then start putting this into the bottom of your camera. So I'm just going to start going in this direction, and I'm going to see this large black disc, this one. It's going to touch the camera. It's going to make contact with the bottom. And what I want to do is and I'm just going to back this off a bit, I kind of want to be about 90 degrees because I want the handle to be here. So I'm going to rotate it back 90 degrees, about a 1/4 turn, and I'm going to grab both, and I'm just going to kind of rotate a little bit. I don't want to go in too hard because I don't want to break the camera, but I want the grip to be able to hold the camera so it doesn't flop around. And at this point, all I've done is given myself a way to firmly grasp the camera, and it's a lot more stable. Also frees up a hand, but very, very simple. It just turns this sort of into a Super 8 shooting situation. Now if I take this camera off, so all I'm going to do here is rotate in until I find contact at about 90 degrees, tighten this guy up if I like, and then grab both, and then rotate through right to there, and there it is. Notice there's no space here, and my grip is nice and stable. That's what the handle looks like on there. And if you are pulling focus with one of our focus levers, this frees up a hand to do that, and again gives you a nice stable grip on the camera. So very inexpensive way to improve the quality of what you're doing with small handheld cameras. Finally, let's go sneak peek on the Cyclops. In this case, what I've done is I've taken one of our grips, and this is Cyclops you're looking at here. So if we go to live view, you get a sneak peek of how cool that is. But what we're doing at this point is we are looking at the LCD through this Cyclops system that is the basis of a DSLR. You can check out our video online that covers all this gear. But what I've done here is I've taken the grip and I've put our small camera mount, and the question is, well, why would I do that? Well, in this case I'm shooting, and if you're using an off-board recorder for audio, or you have a light, or you have other accessories, we sell this shoe mount, which again you can just kind of fire onto this 1/4-20 thread, and the knurled piece, instead of just tightening it and having it crooked, I can kind of tighten this up, adjust it exactly where I want, tighten the piece, and now I've got a flash bracket that will take 3 accessories stuck on top of my camera. Alternatively, if you were, I'm just going to back this off now, if you're using a small transmitter, then you can do this. This is just a passive SLR. This would accept a couple XLR mics, which I could then input into my 5D, which doesn't have XLR inputs. So we'll just kind of throw this on. And again, as I wind this up, I may want to have this oriented in a particular way. And so that may be where it's tight, but I don't want it there. Maybe I want my XLR inputs over here. So I just back this off, back off the threaded knurled attachment a little bit, and then I can sort of adjust this exactly where I want it. Now you have your mixer on your camera oriented correctly, again using the same sort of thing. So it's a grip and an accessory mount at the same time. Pretty handy little bits, and I think there's going to be just a myriad of rigs that are built upon this. This, by the way, you could put another grip over here and do the same sort of thing on the other side. So there you go. There's a small camera grip and some stuff you weren't expecting to see. Thanks so much, and look us up on the web if you're looking for videos on some of the other gear that you see here. We pretty much describe everything online.